Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Escaping Normality. This is weird episode. It's the first episode where I do not have a guest with me because it's early in the morning, and you know, as everyone knows around the world, we're self quarantining or self distancing, as people have called it, which is just unintentionally the most silly name you could have given that ever. But whatever. So I have a few things to talk about, but I generally when I have the podcast with other people, I have one topic to talk about, and then we just move on from there because I have no. It's better when there's no sense of direction when you have other people with you because you can just go off and talk about whatever. But I just have to have some guidance with me. So before we even get started, as you guys know, self quarantining. Whatever. If you have a self quarantining fit and you want to put it in our Discord, the prize winner is an astounding dollar, a singular dollar, given to you by Emmanuel, and if you'd like to participate in that, go ahead, join the Discord. The link will be in the description. The terms are as follows. Alpha must be somewhat loosely apocalypse coronavirus themed or somehow significant of being quarantined and bored at the very least. Loosely, but somehow we will receive submissions, then post them publicly afterwards. Winner gets $1, and the winner is announced the 25th of March, which is in a few days of releasing this video. So if you'd like to join in on that, that'd be great. I don't know about you guys, but this shit is crazy. Like I I I can't sit still. I've been at the crib just chilling, having nothing to do. Because usually, if you saw what I live streamed the other day, usually I'm out gambling and stuff. But the casino closed. The craziest thing about the casino closing, I don't feel comfortable talking about not this when this is on the screen. So I'm just gonna search up city casino. Yeah, this is the place where I go. Anyways, the weird thing about me, the last time I went to the casino, it was the day that it closed, which is weird because they didn't close it. I was just walking out, of course, in a nice fit, and they were just like, "Yeah, it's closed now." I was like, "What do you mean it's closed? Like, what do you mean?" Actually, pause. They didn't even say that. I just saw that guy looking weird at the front, and he was like holding the door, like the security guy was holding the door, and like jamming his foot in the door, which I thought was bizarre. And he was, when like your little sibling yells at you through the door, and they hold it open just a little bit, just so you can see like their eyes coming out of the door. That's exactly how the security guard was, and it was just really funny and weird to see. But he was telling people that were trying to come in that they couldn't come in anymore, and that if you left, you just left, and that was it, because they got shut down. But they're gonna let gamblers gamble a couple extra bucks before they pack up forever. I mean, they pack up for whenever quarantining is over, right? So, anyways, I left there, and the day I left there, after that day, everything just went downhill. I was supposed to go to the city, this, that, and the third, and of course, nothing, and no cool fit pictures. I even suggested, I put on my Instagram, I was like, "Yo, I don't know what to do. What should I do?" Somebody said, "Take a fit picture." What the fuck am I gonna? Where am I gonna take the fit picture? In my house? Outside my house? That shit doesn't look cool. I got a bunch of stupid ass answers on my question. Somebody said, "Read, bro. Read? Are you joking? Read? You really want me to read? We have video games. We have Netflix, Hulu, all this other kind of shit. A phone, and they want me to read. That's ridiculous." Whatever. I've been online gambling, kind of suffice a little bit, but it's not the same as in person. I feel like when you're first of all, when you're gambling online, it doesn't feel the same because the money goes quicker because you don't have to put money into the machine or anything like that. It goes a lot quicker. You could just fucking click it a bunch of times and whatever happens. And it's not the same. You just need to be there. You need to be there with the crowd. You need to be there with your friends, laughing when you're winning and crying when you're losing. and it just sucks. Okay, anyways, let me get off this fucking topic because the more I talk about quarantining, I just get depressed, and I just, I want to go gamble or want to go to the city and have a nice a dinner, or take a nice fit picture. That works too. Um, okay, yeah. So Diet Prada put this up dumb long ago. This is dumb long ago, and I was gonna make a video on it, and then I was like, nah, I don't know, because I think this is after I made the comb video. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to check because if you don't know, I made a Comme des Garçons video about the cornrows and how it wasn't racist and this, that, and third. And let's just say it was okay. Yeah, it was definitely much longer ago. And let's just say I didn't get the best reception on that one. It was mixed. Let's say because. I mean, I saw people on Twitter just going crazy about it. And I just couldn't sit by and just let it like ride. Because a lot of people, they want something to be offended over. At least that's how I feel, And for people to be posting like, for people to immediately see whatever they saw the cornrows and post it to Twitter talking about this is this and this is that, without even being educated first. If you want to be angry, be educated first. That's fine. You can listen to the video I did. That culminates everything, or read about it by yourself, or study study yourself, and come to a conclusion. When you come to a conclusion you're still angry, fine, that's fair, but don't look at something and be upset about it. This took me for a whirl because I was scrolling. I don't think I saw this post first. I saw something else, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Okay, shouldn't be down the malls to have to refuse wearing blatantly racist accessories. Da da da. This African American model, Amy, whatever the hell her last name is, spoke up about the accessories. It was uncomfortable. Da da da. This, that, and the third. Racist caricatures. Jesus Christ! Why do I have a podcast when I can't speak? So FIT is a school I know somewhat well. I know a bunch of people that go there, and I've been there a few times myself. So I guess somebody from FIT who is a designer or something like that, and this is one of their visions for their show, right? I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I don't know how far they got in the thought process. Like, I don't know how you get that far in the thought process without seeing this and being like, yeah, like somebody's gonna be upset by this shit. Like, remember the H&M thing, the coolest monkey in the jungle? Here, I'm gonna pull it up if you don't remember that. Coolest monkey in the jungle shirt. So this shit right here, where this fucking kid, like, I mean, really, they put a black kid in the coolest monkey in the jungle, and I don't think they're racist. I don't think they. I think it's a little silly to just think that H&M was intentionally trying to be racist and just put that out there. I think what happened was some nudnik, I mean, they designed it, but I mean, very. You really don't want to call this designing because, I mean, what the fuck is this? It's so boring. But design this, and it went through all these people because you can't just release clothes. Obviously, it goes through a bunch of people, especially with a big brand like H&M. Went through all these people, and no one, not a single fucking person, was like, you know what? I don't think that's the best idea. I don't think people are gonna be okay with that. I think people are gonna see this and be upset by it, or at least maybe not. They just. I mean, come on, people. I think the same thing's going on here. I don't think this fucking person's a racist. Maybe. I doubt it. A lot of people that go to FIT are very liberal kids. I don't really see a lot of them being racist. Not to say that they couldn't be racist, but somebody made a comment about artistic expression, this, that, and the third, and knowing like I said, knowing the background, you have to know the background. You have to be educated first before you can draw a conclusion and be angry. If they had said, I can't think of a scenario what they could have said that would have that should make people mad without being blatantly racist. I don't know. I don't have a real explanation. But if they had came out and said something, fucking racist, or even alluding to such racism, they can be like, "Oh, this motherfucker's a racist." Like, I don't want to hear it. And then, especially I think that people went after FIT in particular. One anonymous student who was witnessed backstage said the show's producer Richard Thorne told the group to back down and get away when they brought up the issue again. The accessories didn't end up making it onto the African American model, but that didn't stop them from going down the runway on other models. So yeah, that was the weird part that I read, where they were like making this guy out to seem like the bad guy, which, like I said, maybe he is. The producer in particular, but obviously, if there's a show going on, and this is, they gotta chop, let's get it together. He's not gonna be like, yo, let's stop and talk about this. That's his fucking job. They be like, all right, like, bro, we gotta get this popping. We gotta, I have a job to fulfill. I'm the producer of this show. I gotta get it together. So I thought it was weird for them trying to not victimize, make him to be the enemy in this. In a statement to the New York Post, FIT President Dr. Joyce F. Brown emphasized allowing students the freedom to craft their own personal and unique artistic perspectives as designers, to be even what some would consider to be provocative. Now, that to me is what they should be doing as a fashion college. If you're going to have people express themselves artistically, they should be able to do that in however way they see, shape, or form. Even with their let's say maybe reluctancy, maybe is the word I'm looking for, reluctancy or blindness to such a ridiculous looking thing. The job of the FIT president is to let them enjoy their artistic expression. What if you had went to an art school and you tried to make something, and then you had tried to make something and you thought it was, you intentionally made it to be controversial, and they're like, you know what, I don't want you making that. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be great for our school. No, it's an art school. You're supposed to push the boundaries. You're supposed to push the envelope a little bit. In a time when luxury brands are taking swift action by pulling offensive products and implementing diversity councils in response to similar scandals, it's a shame to see a learning institution dragging their feet. Shouldn't they be the ones broadening insights for the ones who will lead the people don't get it. Anger generates clicks, for one. So, and this is the problem with Diet Prada, right? And this is the problem I have with them. And I think I explained this in my my last podcast with with AO, the Fashion Archive, is that as the outlet for calling people on their bullshit in the fashion world, you know what I mean? They're huge too. What the ranking of calling people out on their bullshit in fashion goes, Diet Prada and then me. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much in between. There's nothing in between really to really talk about that. And it's different when they have certain things like they reported on the I remember when the news broke of the Gosha thing. It broke in High Fashion Talk. They had posted all those pictures up on Diet Prada explaining what happened. That's different. There's specific proof. There's what's going on, and they took that evidence and reported on it. Look, this is what happened. This is what happened in High Fashion Talk. This is the model who Gosha was trying to solicit weird pictures out of, and was really pushy about it. And that's different. When you have something like this, and when you have something that happened last time, the Virgil Abloh thing, where they thought he had taken a design which is not true. But with this in particular, aren't they supposed to be a news outlet? So, shouldn't they try to get the story from both sides? Obviously, I'm asking these questions rhetorically because they're not going to do that. Their their task. I don't know. I don't know if they generate money or how they generate money if they do generate that money, but it's to get those clicks to generate that money that I think they're making. I would think so. But and the way to do that is to go full force into something, make people angry for something. That always will beat out anything that has remotely some kind of parody. So what they should have done, which would be the right thing to do, is hey, this is this African American model, Amy, whoever. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce her last name that well. Um, she this is her point of view on this, right? And then they could have gone to the actual the graduate. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but they could have gone to the graduate and be like, hey, this is what is being said against you. You know, we're going to report on this. What do you have to say about this? And then they could have been like, oh, blah 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 blah. And and even if Diet Product didn't agree with what they had to say, they would have done the right thing by getting both sides, right? That is the right thing to do. You get both sides when you report on something like that, and you know what I mean? It's different if you have sources and you have actual proof of something that is going wrong or something bad that happened. Then, Diet Product, go have a field day, put up whatever the hell you want. But when you have something subjective like this, where you guys think that they're trying to be racist or they're a racist person or whatever the case may be that you're trying to say, then you really should, pick up the phone, give a call, text, whatever, reach out to this person. Hey, what the hell's going on with this? And let them get back to you. But they didn't do that. They went with the best way to generate, clicks. Oh, this is what. Okay, yeah. This is what she said. An African American model at a Fashion Institute of Technology runway show says she was pressured to wear bizarre racist accessories like monkey ears and oversized lips. Okay, so that's another weird thing. Pressured. I would think the pressure, quote unquote, came from the where is it? Richard Thorne, the show's producer, to be like, yo, look, we got our show to do. Can we really can we get it going? The way they're making it seem like is they're like shoving it down their throat, like, yo, you like, I mean, there's probably a little bit of that, but I mean, what do you expect? This guy's trying to do his job. He's trying to get the show going. I stood there almost ready to break down, telling the staff that I felt incredibly uncomfortable with having to wear these pieces and that they were clearly racist. Amy told the Post, I was told that it was fine to feel uncomfortable for only 45 seconds. What? The show, directed by Jonathan Kyle Farmer, a FIT professor and chair of new MFA fashion design, and produced by Richard Thorne, creative director of British fashion production company, who's from China, did not appear to understand the racial overtones of his work. So there you have it. We cannot wear this. We said she cannot wear this. This is wrong. He screamed in my face. You need to get back down. You need to get back down there and get away. One student claimed several classmates made their objections to Farmer the day before the show. Other models in the show who were not African American wore the pieces down the runway. So this guy's from China, doesn't know the racial overtones of his work, and is going to get blasted for something that he doesn't understand, which is that's a tough topic, right? So do you get upset at somebody for their ignorance, or do you not? That's a tough question that has a lot. It's like a gray area that has a lot of angles to it. But to get angry with them is one thing, and try to educate them is another thing. I always, it's better to educate ignorant people than getting upset at them, because in the end, if you get upset at them, what the hell's gonna change? You try to educate. That's different. This is not a form of education. When you put up something, it shouldn't be down to the models to have to refuse. Leave us shaking our heads. That's not a way to, that's a way to talk down to somebody who, quite frankly, this guy doesn't know what the hell's going on in terms of why this could be offensive to black people, or as they put it, African American, which not all black people are African American, but I mean, if we get, you know what I mean. I thought it was pretty silly. That's it. I just thought it was pretty ridiculous. I thought it was kind of silly. You know what I mean? And I didn't see as much of this as the Comb show, because obviously this is just from FIT, the Comb, you know how big that is. But I thought that was weird. Whatever. Moving on. You know what else I've been seeing a lot? Not a lot of, but you know what else I saw? I'm seeing like a wave of the fake Chanel bags coming back. I see like a wave of that coming back. I'm like, oh no, how the fuck? I think what's probably happened is that some people probably sold theirs because either they found out it's fake, or they just, when you sell pieces, you just get rid of them, or when you're bored of pieces, you just sell them. And I think that's what's going on, a little bit of that, because I started seeing some more. And what I did, which is stupid of me, I should have freaking what's the word? I should have saved them so that I could have gone back when I eventually wanted to make a video, or just bring it up at the podcast as like, hey, what the hell's going on here? But of course I didn't get around to doing that. So I didn't save any of the posts I saw, but I've seen them. Some people are starting to wear them again, and I'm going, what the hell? Did somebody not get the memo? I don't understand. Some people just didn't get the memo about them being fake, which is not... obviously, that's going to happen, but wouldn't you think to look it up? I mean, it doesn't even look right. If you don't remember what I'm talking about... okay, sorry. I had to grab the video, but... yeah, what I was saying was, fuck, now I don't remember what I was saying, of course. If you missed out on this video, basically, I discussed about this person called Eddie Wales and how he bought all these fake Chanel bags and sold them a bunch, and they're basically bad. And I don't expect everyone to, have watched this video. I mean, clearly not everyone had watched this video, and clearly not everyone had saw the post on High Fashion Talk, even though, High Fashion Talk is big as all that. But I would figure that you would do your research on pieces instead of just buying them, Whenever you, you think, whenever you have a freaking a piece that you're going to spend a lot of money on, maybe they didn't spend a lot of money on it and they didn't care, but usually when you spend a lot of money on pieces, you want to verify if it's real. You don't just buy things, like if you go to eBay or something, you don't just buy and, you don't take necessarily the word of the seller if it's real. You don't just buy it and just be like, all right, it's probably cool, whatever. You gotta check up on that stuff. How the hell are people still wearing this? I don't understand. And I think I saw a few of my friends wearing it too, which is fucked up. And you don't want to be rude to your friends, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like that's not. And then you just you start to want to say something, and you just go, let me lag behind. Let me not say anything. I want another video like this where I could just talk and analyze some bullshit that went on, because this was so much fun to me. Oh, getting the bad guys, so to speak, talking about what the hell's going on in the fashion world with proof, with undeniable proof. And it's all throughout this video, unlike Diet Prada with the last thing. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily like a proof thing, but you get the idea. You get what I'm trying to say. This is real journalism here. We practice real journalism. And quite frankly, Diet Prada does not, but I do. See, this is the part of the show where I run out of things to talk about, like, completely. I literally, my plan for this podcast as of late was to literally just do an episode a day or an episode every 2 days. It's probably gonna end up being every 2 days because I don't know if I can talk like this for however long I have to talk for and just have no problem with it every single day. But every 2 days would probably be fire. Yeah. I'm trying to buy some pieces on Grailed, you know what I mean? But does anyone else feel like if you buy a piece, then you're gonna like, obviously when you buy a piece, you want to wear it immediately, right? You go on Grailed, you see a nice piece, you want to wear it immediately, and I kind of want to do that, but of course, where the fuck am I gonna wear it to? This quarantine shit is killing me. You have no clue, especially when it comes to like, just think, Fashion Week is in February, right? Coming off the heels of Fashion Week, now I gotta stay home and wear not nice clothes. I can wear, like, I mean, you can wear nice clothes, but what the hell are you gonna do with it? Who are you gonna impress? Your family? Your roommates? It's not the same shit as going out to Fashion Week and hanging out with your friends and wearing dope fits and doing this and that third and taking pictures and shit. But I really want to get back taking pictures. You know what I want to do is I want to I had this page up that basically I would take people's fits and post them up, which is, you know, nothing new to the game, and I just abandoned it because I got bored. But I need to go back to that. But I really wanted to have a some kind of unique page on Instagram where I post a specific what's the word I'm looking for, theme of outfits. But the problem with that is that when you get into a niche market, you stop drawing in more people. That's why you see those pages like Cozy Streetwear or you know, whatever, name whatever, it's Slide Official, have so many followers because they have such a fucking broad market that they could just post whatever fit as long as it looks nice and get a bunch of likes for it. But what theme could I do? Please, I need some suggestions down in the comments below, and of course, I would drop some Instagrams in the comments below just in case I start posting some more fits again. That would be dope. If I had, oh, if we did the oh my god, I just had the best idea. What if we made an Instagram page for quarantine fits specifically, and we had people send them in? Fuck the I mean, not fuck the, but the outfit challenge could be in conjunction with that. So at the end of the challenge or whatever, the dollar prize would go to the winner. We'd make the Instagram and we post all the rest of the apocalypse loosely themed apocalypse coronavirus themed fits, or as Emmanuel puts it, somehow significant of you being quarantined and bored at the very least. Loosely, but somehow. This nigga said loosely twice like we couldn't read. But that would be a dope idea. And now I'm starting to think about it. Yo, if you want to participate, if you're thinking about participating, definitely do it, because I'm thinking about making that Instagram page. I gotta jot that down. Let me write that down before I forget, honestly, because let's do this. Fuck, I already forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, quarantine fits, Instagram. Okay, cool. This quarantine shit ain't going well. I've been playing a ton of fucking video games lately. Like I've reverted back to my old self. I don't know if you guys have Steam. I would hope if you, I mean, if not, I would hope, but if you have an Instagram, I mean, not Instagram, Jesus Christ. I'm looking at Instagram, I'm getting stuck on Instagram. If you have a computer, you probably have Steam, and that's what I've been on like all fucking day and night, going on Steam and just, because fashion shit burns out for after a little while. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like, how long can you surf Grailed before you're like, all right, I'm getting sick of looking at pieces that I don't want to buy or cannot afford. So like, you know, what the hell do I do now? Let me go play some video games. Now I'm bored again. I want to go out. Like, this is a never-ending cycle. And it's just never going to end. Okay. Going back a story. This is what I was talking about, by the way. When Diet Prada was saying that Off-White was copying Givenchy. This is what I was talking about, by the way. And you can go check the video on why that is the complete bullshit. If you go to my page, here it is. I talk about it with AO, and I explain why like that's ridiculous. Which is, and I fucking, it's getting so bad on my channel because I keep referencing Virgil Abloh, and I don't do it intentionally. I had someone message me the other day like, bro, like, obviously a friend of mine, no one's gonna just say that randomly to me, like, bro, you gotta stop with the fucking Virgil videos. And I was like, I'm not doing it intentionally, it just happens to come out that way, where I'm my thought process for finding new video ideas starts with this. I wake up and decide I want to make a video, right? So I go on my phone for like 3 seconds, I scroll through some shit, and then I'm like, you know what, let's do that. That is the entirety of my process of making videos. And sometimes I have some grandiose ideas, and I have them still, but they just sit on my phone until I actually want to execute them, which I kind of want to do after this, after this bullshit blows over. And let me know about some video ideas you want me to do, and I'll get to them. But for the most part, it's just like it happens at the beginning of my day. I'll be like, I'll make a video right now. I'll hit up if it's a podcast video, I'll hit up a guest, probably AO or Yellow not so much anymore, but or some other people who I want to join me in the very near future, who are going to join me in the very near future, so stick around for that. And like, I'll just be like, all right, let's get it on, turn the video microphone on, and just start talking. And that's how I'm gonna start doing, the podcast every 2 days. I think it's gonna be a little bit tough for me to, as much as I like hearing myself talk, and as much as I can talk, as much as I do talk already, it's if you don't like, it's more difficult than you think to talk for like this video an hour and 38 minutes, or as long as this one's been going on for however long it's been going on, 20 minutes or whatever. It's hard to talk for a long time by yourself and just not fucking think of the time, or like that's why a lot of my videos are like under 10 minutes, because when I'm talking, you don't realize how fast you're talking. And a lot of the times, like, maybe when I should slow it down, I just don't think about that, and I'm just going, I'm just going rapid fire, and that's when I fuck up words and shit. And my whole channel is talking, and I fuck up words still, and stumble on my words all the time, and that's a huge deal that I'm trying to get past. And hopefully, I'm thinking that maybe me talking every single day or every 2 days for however long the quarantine lasts might help me out on that. But day one of the of Everyday Podcast. This is Escaping Normality. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Thank you for watching. Peace out and goodbye.